Dun, dun, dun. All right. Good evening, everyone. Come on in. Just give me a second here. Um, Come on in, people. Most part. All right. All right. So I'm here today to hold on. The camera did something. Oh, what's going on with my camera? Where'd it go? All right, give me just a second. It's a problem with my video. Where is the caption? Delete. Yeah, another one. Okay, it's not recognizing. Alright, I think we're back in now. Alright, I believe we're good. Let me see. I don't think it's. Sorry about that. I had to resize it. Alright. Sorry, I had to see that. My big face in the camera like that. Alright. So, we are talking about welfare. And is it really the problem? And man. Like, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do this in three parts. All right. So I'm gonna just start off by saying that it is one of the most complained about talking points that happens in political circles. Welfare is brought up so much to where you would think that it was 90% of our budget. That is the emphasis in which people put on the welfare topic when it comes to the federal budget. It is so pressed down upon. But when you actually look at the federal budget, which we're about to do here in just a moment, you know you're like, wow, because I was once of the mind, like most conservative people are, most definitely, and especially the black conservatives. That's a whole nother video though that I have to make. But just staying on this topic, I was of the same mind of most everyone else in that circle who just chomps down on welfare. And in particular, when I talk about welfare, I mean food stamps. So, of course, there are many forms of welfare because you do have the insurance side also, but the biggest talking point of the welfare conversation is the food stamp talking point. And again, you know, I was of that mind of like it was so important, you know, and to the point to where it, as a black guy, when it's preached into you like that, you really start to, you know, look at people like that, and almost start to have a disdain for them because it's made to seem as if the food stamps that they're getting is taking so much money from our federal budget that it's the biggest part of the taxes we pay. That is the picture that you get, and that's the picture that I had at one time. It's the picture that a lot of people get. Now, whether they actually know the truth or not, remains to be seen. But I actually had no idea about the federal budget when I had these feelings about people who were using food stamps in particular. I had no idea about the budget, and most people don't. Most people have no idea about the federal budget, but they hate. Like I said, the food stamp conversation is the main talking point of the welfare conversation. And so when I finally did take a look, this was years ago, when I finally did, find out about budgets, as I got older, and of course I started to, do my own research. I actually looked at our federal budget and I looked at the percentage in which food stamps actually were. And when I tell you I was flabbergasted, like I was blown the hell away when I saw the actual percentage of what food stamps is and how much it takes up. It blew me away. So the food stamp program, SNAP program, and let me just pull it up some more for you so you can see. That program is only historically 1 to 2% of the federal budget. I mean, literally, you hear me? 1 to 2% of the federal budget. Just SNAP benefits and food, food stamps, and a couple of more, like anything dealing with that. Let's see. There was another page I was looking at. Where is it? What's the other page that had a good breakdown? But I mean, any part of the budget we go to, you'll see. Well, here's one page here. So I'm gonna just get straight. I'm going to come back and go through all of this, but just to start the video off, just to get going, let me show you the 1% I'm talking about. We see the budget for 2023 was 6.13 trillion, right? You see that, correct? All right. Now let's go and look at the breakdown of where that money actually went to. And this is one breakdown, but this is not the breakdown I'm looking for. But as you see, Health and Human Services is the biggest part of our federal budget, right here, Health and Human Services. But that's not all food stamps. That includes so much, which I'm going to get into. Oh, let me go here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me show you the percentage of the food. Oh, wait a minute. Where'd it go? What? You know what? I hate that. Like when I thought I saved the page. Is it this? Is it down here? No, that's not it. Where is that doggone page at? Hold on. I got it on my phone. Just a second. No, I'm not crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on the wrong one. That's why. I was like, I know I'm not crazy. So this is USAspending.gov. Let me send this link to myself. 1 second. Because this site gives a better breakdown. This is from the Treasury Department, but this is just really like an overview. It doesn't really break down what those numbers are and what that money is being spent on. This one kind of does. And it just goes by category. You see, most of it goes to Social Security. But this is basically our federal budget here, and I'm about to get into exactly what the where the food stamps come in at themselves. So let me send this page to myself. I copied it. And send. I'm gonna pull this up 1 second over on my side. Alright, then come back over here. So let's open up a new page. Check that out. Boom, paste it. And this is another .gov agency. So here we go. Here we go. Now just pay attention. Pay attention. So Department of Health and Human Services, as I showed you, that's where the majority of our budget goes. All right, Department of Health and Human Services. Okay. All right, and so this was the 2023. Well, this is for 2024 right here so far. But every year, historically, Health and Human Services is where we spend the most money at. Now, the food stamp program is a part of this, but let me get to it. Let me show you here. So if we come down and look at right, so what year was this for? Okay, so this is through 2023. See here? So this is up until 2023. The third quarter. In the third quarter 2023. This, my friends, this is your food stamp budget here. Administration for Children and Families. You see that? You see that? This is what is spent on food stamps. 73 billion. Which, when you take that from the totality of our federal budget in 2023, which was 6 trillion, that's around 2%. This is the money that was allocated just to this particular and budgetary resources allocated to the Health and Human Services. So this is how much was allocated. These are the budgetary resources. This means this is how much was allocated. Doesn't mean how much was spent. This is what was actually spent. And of that 1.82 trillion spent in the whole entire Health and Human Services division. So let's look at what our Health and Human Services covers. Let's just take a look. Medicare and Medicaid. Got to have that. That is our most expensive liability. This is why we have to borrow money every year, is to cover Social Security. And then see, that's a whole nother story in itself. One of the big reasons why I say the outrage is fake when it comes to the federal budget. Not only just the simple fact that actual food stamps is only 1%, but the fact that we have to borrow money for Social Security and Medicaid. Because all of the actual money that was put in for Social Security and Medicaid throughout the years, the politicians basically stole it. They took it. It's gone. All of the money is gone. But but everybody wants to focus on this here. You want to focus on the Administration for Children and Family. And just so you know that this is only, which you can, Google it yourself and see. But just so you know, Administration of Children and Families. What is that? What is Administration of Children and Families? Here it is. Well, let me ask, so they can give me a straight answer. I don't feel like doing all that looking. What is I don't have that one big Google answer. Okay, well, I'll go to the website. Promotes economic health. Okay, yeah, great. List the actual things, though. This is not it. But anyway, you can find out for yourself. This is the part of the administration that does food stamps. That does SNAP, EBT, and all that good stuff. Where is that damn generic ass Google answer that shows up all the time? That's not showing up now. What in the hell? Well, let's just click on what we do. Encourage families, healthy, strong support. You know what? I think I'm asking the wrong question. What does the there it is. Social well-being of individual, many state. Okay, yeah, we know all that. Okay, here we go. Family division is headed by the assistant secretary. It has a $49 million budget for targeted. These programs includes assistance with welfare, child support enforcement, adoption, foster care, child abuse, these agency employees. Okay, so there it is right there. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for right there. Let me keep reading down and see what else. See if they can get a little bit more specific. Because it says specifically SNAP benefits. I saw. Where is it going to say that? I'm trying to find it while I'm here. But like I said, you can do your own research and see that this is the branch of the Department of Human Services that deals with the food stamps, SNAP and EBT. This is the organization right here. So, getting back on topic, this organization, this part of the organization only receives $73 billion, which out of $6 billion is maybe on like 2%. My math may be a little off. I even give it 3 or 4%, but some years is only 1%. Every year is not 73 billion. Some years is 61 billion. Some years is 80. But either way, it is such a small percentage of what the actual budget is. I mean, look at that. Look at that. But no one cares about this part. All the money that was stolen that now we have to borrow every year. Because we have to pay this. You have to pay this. You have to pay the Social Security, the Medicare, and the Medicaid. Plus the Social Security. That's a part of it too. But this also includes, children. But it's mainly, well, not mainly, but also seniors and the disabled. So this is the money that goes for them. But the main talking point is always food stamps. There it is right there. 73 billion for the fiscal year. Such a small percentage of our federal budget that they harp on like it is, my God, 90%. And it's crazy. These are some of the other things that that they spend. Look at the FDA. They're getting too much money. And these are just all the programs under Health and Human Services. So when you see that 1.6 trillion, it's not 1.6 trillion on food stamps. It's 1.6 trillion on Health and Human Services, which encompasses a lot, mainly including Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. Yeah. I see, and so they're not even spending all of the money that's allocated to them. You saw 2 point some odd trillion is allocated. Those are the resources. They planned on spending that. And then those are the actual awards. I mean, it's wild that the focus is so much on that, nothing else. And then nothing else is focused on. Like, all of the things that our government wastes money on, welfare or the food stamps, is the one that they only focus on. And so, that's why it's all fake. It's fake outrage. It's fake conservative outrage to focus on the pennies that poor people are getting, but you're not concerned about as much about all of the other waste, all of the billions of dollars the Pentagon has lost. But you're worried about the local person who's using food stamps. Make it make sense, as they say. How do you justify keeping a hoopla up over 1% of the budget? And then they scream people on welfare don't pay taxes. There's another myth. People on welfare do indeed pay taxes, especially in states where you have to work to receive it. First and foremost, you have to work in some states to get food stamps. Again, which is the number one thing people complain about. You have to work, so they're paying income taxes. And the number one tax that people forget about that is so important, but again, it's because it's a fake outrage and it's a fake argument. And again, a lot of people are just up in arms about stuff because they've been told to be up in arms about it, but they don't really know about it. It's fake. Sales tax. How could you forget about, like, how is sales tax, like, sales tax is so easily written off, but is the number one driver of revenue for local governments. That's how your local government is funded, through sales taxes, for places that have a sales tax. All states don't have a sales tax, but in states that do have a sales tax, I mean, by God, like, you can't live without sales tax. People on welfare pay sales tax. Probably not on food, but in some states, nobody pays taxes on food. I believe Texas is one. You don't pay any taxes on food in Texas. You understand what I'm saying? So they pay taxes. They buy cigarettes. It's a tax on cigarettes. They buy beer. States have tax on beer. And all that money states making sales tax not only goes to the federal government, but it goes to support the local community. Well, not only goes to support the local community, but it goes to the federal government. That's where the majority of the money comes from, along with income taxes and property taxes. You know, they pile all that money in, but a big majority of the money that of a state's revenue that has sales tax is the sales tax. Income tax is big too. You know, that's the most. Most states make most of their money off of income taxes, because that's where, you know, corporations don't even pay as much as, you know, especially in southern states and conservative states. People, the income taxes, states collect more income tax than corporate tax. So, you know, income tax is the biggest one. But sales tax is still a big chunk of money that's used to, you know, support your everyday life. So to say that people on welfare do not pay taxes is a blatant lie. And then again, you know, not to mention the fact that most of the people, well, of course, we all know that whites are, that the most people on welfare, numbers wise, are whites. But of course, it's supposed to be, because it's more of them in the country than it is anyone else. But that's not the actual number that really matters, you know, and that is something that liberals do. That's a number that is a, you know, another one of those shield terms, whatever, that liberals, or shield phrases that liberals use to try to justify the fact that so much of a percentage of blacks are on welfare. They try to use the real number, or the actual number. Oh, well, there's more whites on welfare than blacks. Well, of course it is. But those real whole numbers don't matter. It's the percentages that matter. It's the per capita that matter. And the fact that as a race, more blacks are on welfare, a higher percentage of blacks on welfare than it is whites. While whites have more in number, that number that they have is still a smaller percentage of their race than our number. Our number is a bigger percentage of our race, because we are a smaller race. So, you know, saying that to say that since the majority of our race is on this government assistance, you know, these are the people who are also paying those sales taxes I told you about, those cigarette taxes. You know, we are considered the biggest consumers. We are a consumer race for the most part. You know, blacks don't own the majority of businesses in the U.S. So we're a consumer race. So we're consuming all these products. We're paying taxes, sales taxes on these products that's being consumed. So if the biggest consumer race is also the biggest welfare race per capita, you know, percentage wise, you can't say they're not paying taxes, because they are. And like I said, probably not on food, but a lot of states, nobody pays taxes on food. So you can't even use that argument. Again, fake outrage. Fake outrage. fake outrage, and it's ridiculous. It is just, it's flat out ridiculous, And I'm not one way or another. I just always want to make sure people know this. I don't go either side, left or right. It's all stupid to me. If you're gonna see things through a red colored lens or a blue colored lens, it's it's only a half truth you're getting. And if you're only getting the truth from this side, then you don't know the full truth. So you're basically, all your beliefs are based on a lie, because a half truth is a lie. You know. So that's been debunked. People on welfare pay taxes. Next thing, which is the third part, that was the second part in case you didn't know. The third part is, which the third part of this argument trumps the other two parts. It trumps the part about what the budget is and what the actual numbers for welfare is, and it trumps the part about people on welfare paying taxes. It trumps all of that, because this third part is such a big factor that the other two really don't matter. I just only brought those up because you cannot argue with those. You can't argue with the third part I'm about to say either, but those are numbers right in front of your face. You're going to be in a tizzy. You want to throw a conservative tizzy about 1 to 2, maybe even 4% of the budget. And you're not worried about any other part of it. So anyway, the third part of this conversation is, we are a welfare state. America itself is a welfare state. Everything is fucking welfare. Everything is welfare. Let me ask you a question. My ultra conservative, less government spending people. I do everything for myself people. Did you build the road you drive on? If the answer is no, that's welfare. Because welfare is any type of government assistance. You understand? Government assistance doesn't just stop at insurance, food stamp, housing. It just doesn't stop there. Oh, and even housing. Let's see how much HUD gets. Where's the housing at, right quick, before I move on? Did it show housing? Where's HUD? Because that's also it too. How much did HUD get? Which one of these is HUD under? Is HUD under here? No. Hold on, let me find HUD right quick, because we can even throw HUD in if you want to. Where's HUD? Where's HUD? Where's HUD? I saw HUD somewhere earlier. Let me see if it's on this other one. Because I know I saw HUD. Where is HUD? Would that be community and regional development? I saw HUD, but we can even throw HUD in, But if you're driving on the road that you didn't build, that's welfare. Do your kids go to public school? That's welfare. Which public school is another video that I'm gonna make another topic I'll make a video about. But just a quick synopsis of it. Public school wasn't started or wasn't founded because our nation was so full of smart people who could afford educations. Because before public school, again, my ultra conservative, do everything on my own type ass people, you had to pay for your own education, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you do. You send your kids to private school. But there's a whole swath of you all who do not. There's a lot of you ultra conservative people who love to use public school. So while you're thumbing your nose at the mother with the 5 children using a food stamp card, when she's also paying taxes when she buys her beers and her cigarettes, because you know you're going to say she smokes them, because there's a high chance she does. But you're thumbing your nose at her, but your child's going to private school, which is welfare. Your street lights, welfare. The bridge you cross to go to work, did you build that bridge? Welfare. Government assistance does not stop at food stamps, insurance, and housing. It doesn't. The whole of America is on government assistance. We are a socialist country in the sense that if you're not building your own roads, I mean, it takes social programs to do that. You're a socialist country if you're not building your own infrastructure. Now, you're not to the extreme. Of course, we have capitalism mixed in there, but we cannot say that we are not a socialist country. We have public school. And public school was not established because we had so many smart ass people. No, we had a bunch of poor, dumb, good for nothing people. But the leadership at that time, which was genius, saw that, hey, listen, we got a bunch of dumb people here. We're a young country. And we just came from a country that let classism run us into the ground. Because across seas, it's not the American dream. It's not be all you can be. It's know your place. Stay in your class. So they saw that class system, because, over there, if you couldn't afford to pay, you weren't getting educated. The king wasn't educating your ass. You was just stuck. But they saw here, they said, you know what? If we're going to have a profitable country, we're young, if we're going to have a great country, we have to educate our population. Like I said, this is for a whole nother video on public school, but it was made to subsidize. It was for the welfare of the country, to educate the kids for free and to pay for it. So we are a welfare country. We are a welfare state. So all of you self-righteous ass, ultra conservative ass people who want to find something to argue about when it comes to the federal budget, this not the hill you want to die on. 1 to 4% of the federal budget. 73 billion out of 6 trillion. When we're so far in debt, look at our fucking debt. I mean, our freaking debt, like, where's our debt at? Where's our debt at? Look at that. Look at that. Millions, billions, trillions. We're 5 trillion in debt. I mean, no. That's the spend. Let me go to the debt right quick. That's how it says. That's how much we spent this year so far. Well, since October, because the fiscal year ends in September. So since October, we're at 5 already, and we got what, 2 more months left. So But let's just look at the debt right quick. Let's look at the national debt. Watch this. Watch this. National fucking debt. Oh, what the hell is this? What did I click on? Damn, advertisement. Oh, Timu. See, I didn't even look at what I clicked on. Millions, billions, trillions. 35 trillion is our national debt. Okay, oh, our official spending is almost at 7. We're at a deficit. Our revenue is 4 trillion. Revenue per citizen 14,800. Total state revenue, state debt per person, U.S. gross domestic product 28 mil. Yeah. Income tax 2 trillion. Payroll tax 1 trillion. Look at the excise tax. Corporate. Look at the corporate revenue, boy. Now look, just look between income tax and payroll tax and excise tax. Look at what we have here for corporate revenue. You know, but I mean, hey, it's that's wild. That's wild. Look at our Social Security liability because they stole all the money. Like, argue about that. Press about that, about replenishing Social Security because we're a welfare state. You know. Let's ask about the black projects. Well, but before we even get to the black projects that we can never know anything about, why do we have to pay for politicians' lifelong insurance? Why? Why do national congressmen have lifetime insurance? Why are the salaries so high? Those are the biggest issues to harp on. But that's why a bigger reason why nothing in the country can ever get done. Because look at you. Look at you. Look at how they direct your attention to the smallest percent of the budget so that they can do what they want to do with the rest of it. But all you care about is the bottom of the budget. Come on. you know, Come on. Like, that is, no, no. So it's all fake outrage. Now, why? Why you all are so focused on one part of the budget like that? I'm not going to make assumptions. But there's a reason why most conservatives, no matter who they are, black, white, Mexican, yellow, green, blue, purple, no matter if you're a conservative, your main focus is the smallest part of the budget for the most part. That's your main talking point. So why that is, I don't know. I have no idea why. I would like to know. I would like for conservatives to tell me why you're so concerned about the smallest part of the federal budget. Why it's such a big conversation starter. Why you literally hate people because of that. And me just seeing how much, let's see how much the government gave these other countries right quick. Let's see how much the government subsidized these other countries. Again, something else you all don't want to talk about. Look at how we subsidize Israel. Conservatives. But, you're not the only ones on this point, because look at how the liberals subsidize Ukraine. So let's just look at all the countries in which America subsidizes. And I'm going to use that exact word. Subsidize. Or finance. No, I'm going to say finance, because that's what we do. Somebody might not know what subsidizing means. Finance. Countries that America finances. Okay, let's just look. This is BuzzFeed. Which countries own the most U.S. debt. So let's look at the .org and see what it's talking about. Foreign countries own approximately 7 trillion. No, no, that's not what I'm looking for. No, 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 no. Yeah. Okay. Foreign no, not foreign owned US debt. Top 20 countries that owe the US money, right. Oh, here we go. Here we go, baby. Oh my god. Look at that. They owe 74 billion. 77 billion. Why y'all not mad about that? What about all that money? Why are we subsidizing Bermuda? Germany. Country in Europe that owes money to the U.S. The United States has been a major creditor to the country in the past as well. As of January, the amount owed by Germany. Look at that. Why? Why are we subsidizing Germany? We don't need that money? You're not mad about that 91 million conservative person? That doesn't bother you at all? Norway, 104 billion. Why are we financing these people? Korea, Arabia, France, Singapore, Brazil, Hong Kong, India, Taiwan, Ireland, Canada. Canada. Are you fucking serious, Canada? Cayman Islands. Now, how do we owe? How does Switzerland owe us? That is amazing. Oh, I mean, those are just the top. Those are five. Uh, Luxembourg. Equivalent to 4.9% of the total foreign holdings. Why? What? Why are we not mad about this, conservatives? Like, this is why the welfare outrage is fake. Where's the other countries at? Wait a minute. What happened? Okay, Luxembourg. Oh, I hate these fucking pages, man. Like, ads and shit everywhere. What the hell? Get that shit off. Look at Belgium. My God, man. Activity of Euroclear, a major financial house in Belgium, holds assets on behalf of more than 2,000 clients. 331 billion. Come on, man. Be for real. And see, this is the type of stuff I mean. Like, why is this not brought up? The UK. Look at that. Look at all that money we gave them. This is where all our money goes. This is where all of our money goes. Like, hey, hey. I was mine to government, central bank, company. Stress. Foreign countries. Let's see. I want to know how much we give Israel. How much does the U.S. give Israel? Are you fucking serious? Let's see. Yeah, I want to know annually. Let's see. How much do they give them? The largest. Israel, the largest color city. Oh, there we go. So this is what I was looking for. I don't know if the other stuff is what I was looking for, but this is what I was looking for. Those who are receiving aid. This is what I was looking for. Oh, did something happen? What does this thing say? Oh, it's just saying some buffering's going on, so it's still going on. Okay, then. But we still on, right? Okay, yeah, we still on. Okay, so it's poor. Alright. Okay. What in the hell? So total aid. Oh wow. Data for fiscal year 24 for most in appropriation aid bill minutes. Are you serious? 300 billion we done gave these people over what? Almost 60 years? I mean 80 years? 300 billion. 90 billion to Egypt. Look at how we finance these countries. But nobody talks about this. So this is why I call all the outrage fake. And why? I don't know. Again, I'm not going to speculate as to why they focus on 1% of the budget and not this until it becomes a political issue. Because all you worry about is Ukraine and Israel. But look at how much we get to Egypt, Afghanistan, South Vietnam, Iraq, South Korea, the UK, India, Turkey. Like, so all the outrage is fake. And I can't take you all serious when that's what you want to focus on. Oh, let me get that better. Okay, yeah. I can't take you serious when that's what you want to focus on. So, that's and that's pretty much gonna be it. Those are my 3 points about welfare and how the outrage of it is fake, because there is so much more that we could be outraged about that actually matters. The 1 to 4% in food stamps that people are getting is a drop in the bucket to all of the other money that's being wasted that we don't focus on. So save your outrage when it comes to food stamps. Keep it to yourself, because you're on welfare too. Because you use public schools, you use public roads, you use public bridges. Everything you do is public. So until you go and you build your own country, like you yourself, until you go and build it, Until you go and build your own road, till you go and build your own infrastructure, get off the fucking high horse. You're on welfare, just like everybody else. You're receiving government assistance, just like everybody else. You're just not receiving the same type of government assistance, or as much government assistance as someone who, may be a lower income bracket than you, but you're on it. So, there we have it. All right, it's been good. It's my video for today. It's been good talking to y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Thank you so much.